Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, Best Care Home Services, and DeSoto Outdoors and Archery.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this Saturday, November the 19th, as we close out today's show and this roll in our 16th year on the air and the third Saturday of the month. Again, that means that Frank Barton from the Barton Power Sports in West Memphis, Jonesboro, and Forest City. There's no other locations. You hadn't opened up another one since I
Getting ready.
Getting ready to. Okay.
Right down the street from us right now.
I think that too. I think I saw a billboard on Whitten Road the other day.
You did see a billboard on Whitten Road.
And a very nice location it was placed too. It's only a smart businessman would do. Right? Okay.
There's a certain business that doesn't appreciate it. That's a story for a later time.
That's a story for
off
a
air.
Yes, off air.
Sorry, folks. I hate to do the inside joke.
Yeah. Hey, back in the, let's see, when was it? This is November. Early this year, I had a chance to go down before Mossy Oak Golf Course opened, and I'm hearing great things from the Mossy Oak folks down there, Nature's Golf, but also I had a chance to not only visit Old Waverly and see the golf course, but I also, my wife and myself, got a chance to spend some time at Prairie Wildlife, which is right out of West Point, Mississippi, and we were blown away when the estate manager down there, Benny Atkinson, took us for a tour. And folks, if you're looking for that place to get away, to go shoot birds, deer hunt. Boy, do they have a great facility for deer hunt. But it's just a great facility less than 3 hours away from the Memphis area where you could actually spend time at Mossy Oak Nature's Golf and then cruise over to Prairie Wildlife and see what they got. But we're privileged to have on with us this morning Xavier Fairley. He's the Director of Shooting Sports at Prairie Wildlife. Good morning, Xavier.
Good morning, Mr. Ray.
Thank you for coming on with us and everything. I know you guys have had some big events going on. You're up in the Memphis area letting some folks know. I wish I could have got out there. But for someone who's never been to Prairie Wildlife, and you're from the Columbus area, you grew up in that area and everything like that, how would you describe that facility?
I would describe Prairie Wildlife as one of North Mississippi's best hidden treasures.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Because why?
And just because it is a 6,300-acre property with prime everything. We got miles and miles of Land Rover trails. We got miles and miles of horse riding trails. We have a 450-acre preserve where you can go out and shoot some liberated quail. We also do wild bird hunts, wagon hunts. You'll find the atmosphere great. The appearance of the prairie is beautiful, and we got a staff that just loves to serve people.
And there's also there's something. It's not too shabby of a facility either, right?
Oh, absolutely not. We have a really, really nice 3-story lodge.
Yes. Yeah.
Built out of cedar.
Yeah.
Most of it harvested right there at Prairie Wildlife, with a 5-stand right off the lodge porch.
Yeah.
Overlooking a beautiful horseshoe lake.
Yes, and that horseshoe lake is also kind of special out there too, isn't it? You've got the little, and I tell people about that, blown away by when someone like a youth kills the first, whatever it might be. They got there's an area dedicated to first timers, right? I mean,
yes, sir. It is a park for what we call my first game hunt. That is when somebody brings the youth out to do their first hunt. It could encompass quail hunting, rabbit hunting, and or deer hunting. And at the end of the hunt, we take a lot of pictures. They get a certificate, and we plant a tree to commemorate it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
And at the end, and we put a placard on that tree with the date and the person's name, with the thought that when they have kids, they can bring them back and show them where they had their first grade experience.
Amazing. And you said over 6,000 acres, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, folks,
6,300.
6,300. And when we went, when you can go to some areas like where your shooting operation is, it's almost like you're looking out over the prairie of the western United States. I mean, you don't expect to see this in Mississippi. It's probably, if anybody sees this for the first time, they're going to be just mystified to say, "I'm in Mississippi." Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Well, we are very conservation-minded people.
Yes.
So we have put an awful lot of that black prairie back in its original warm season grasses. And we try to keep it like that. We try to keep it natural. We try to keep it where when people want to get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and come out and bond with nature, enjoy God's creations, that they'll think about us.
And, of course, there's a lot of history here with the Bryan family, right?
Oh, absolutely. Mr. Jamie Bryan owns it, and he's one of the sons of the original Bryan brothers.
Yes.
He knows that property.
He knows it, doesn't he? I mean, it's
and he's got a passion for it.
A real passion for it. And again, we're talking Xavier Fairley. He's the director of shooting sports at Prairie Wildlife. And Xavier, I know that growing up in that Columbus area, you as the shooting instructor, so there's opportunities for people to sharpen their skills too, isn't there?
Absolutely, there is an opportunity. I'm a Level 1 National Sporting Clays Association certified instructor, and I've worked extensively with Orbis, and I do instruct on the Orbis shooting schools. I've, not to brag, but I've had a lot of success. I've never had anybody come there that didn't leave there with some things that they didn't bring.
Wow.
So,
well, and I know that growing up in the area, tell our listeners a little bit about your background. How did you get to be where you are right now?
Well, honestly, I'm a country boy. I mean, I grew up on a farm. I grew up hunting and fishing and riding and breaking horses and herding cattle. So, I mean, it's not new to me. Went off school. When I came back, that opportunity occurred for me to come over there, and I just embraced the idea, and the Bryan family has embraced me.
And how long have you been a part of the staff there?
I've been a part of the staff for 6 years.
Wow. Is this something? Is this a dream job for you? It sounds like it.
Yes, sir. It's a dream job for me, and it's a dream destination for anybody that likes the outdoors.
That's well put, because I know when you look at this and you can say there's a thing here about our sporting tradition every day, keeping it up every day, and you guys touch a lot of bases, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is our vision, to uphold the sporting tradition of the South, and we do it through community involvement and continuous habitat restoration. And
I guess, of course, horseback riding, there's not, the only horse that I like is in front of Kroger. You put a quarter in it. There's never been a horse that like me. My wife is a horseback rider, and folks, they have, I don't know how many horses you got. You got trails all over the place.
We do.
And you can handle the novice, you can handle the experienced that, and then there's the shotgun shooting, the fishing, and all kinds of hunting. I had a privilege to go to the Deer Lodge, if you want to call it that. It's like stepping back into the 1800s. I mean, this has got a dog trot thing between it. It's all original, like wood-like thing. So if anybody is looking for that perfect Christmas gift for someone, I'm waiting on the offer. Okay, I mean, this is a great place. Xavier, thank you for being. Tell our listeners how to get in touch and find out more information about Prairie Wildlife.
Well, look, you can always go to the website, prairiewildlife.com, or you can contact me, Xavier Fairley, at 662-386-2317.
And we'll have this all posted on my website, lroutdoors.com, a link to their website. Folks, this is, like he says, this is a hidden gem, and take advantage of it. Thank you, buddy, and tell everybody, tell Benny and Mr. Bryan, all of them, hello for Outdoors with Larry Ray, okay?
Okay, we certainly thank you, Larry, and we look forward to you getting back.
I can't. All right, buddy, thanks. All right. We got to get Frank out of here. He's getting itchy. He's all wound up in his chair here. I was talking to him about waders off the air there because mine. I don't know if I need to get a new pair or not, but I don't have the right camo pattern because mine are probably. I don't know how many years you can get out of waders.
Like I told you, if they don't leak, use them.
Well, mine don't leak as far as I know since I used them last year. I've hung them up and kept them dry in an area. So the first time I come over there to hunt with you, I'd hate to be, You
have time to try them out, like I told you.
Okay, all right. And the tip was?
The tip is just to fill them up with water from the inside and see if they leak on the outside. And if they don't leak, then you're good. Turn them upside down, dump them out, hang them up to dry. You'll be fine. And
how many years do you think a wader? It depends on how many times you use it and how rough you are to it. I'm assuming.
Absolutely. I mean,
you had some new ones last year.
I did because I got tired of I kept trying to patch the ones I had, and I wasn't a very good patcher, and I got new boots.
Well, okay, all right. I think I'm going to have to I'm going to talk to John Gordon at Avery on next week's show. Let me tell you about next week's show. Ron Wong and John Gordon will be in here. Ron will give us a detailed report on that Strike King media conference. We're also going to talk to a gentleman from GoPro. GoPro is really big now. Everybody's got a GoPro, it seems like, taking pictures and selfies and stuff like that. You got sticks you can put them on, and you can have your own TV show. We're going to talk to KJ Houtman. She's the author of the new book about Jim Zumbo. And it's really, I want Frank to read this book. I've already read parcels of it about the great Jim Zumbo. And it really gets into what he did when he said about AK-47s and things along that line, that he created quite a commotion, so to speak. And he speaks on that in the book. And KJ is... she's written children's books forever, and she was honored to do this, and I have a copy of it. And then, of course, we're going to talk to C.J. Buck. Now, he normally comes on when Frank Barton is in the studio, but we just couldn't work it out. They've got the new 75th anniversary Buck knife, and we're going to talk about that, and it is a knife. I've seen it. It looks like something from the Crocodile Dundee, is that. But that's all on next week's show on Outdoors with Larry Ray. And we'll have some other surprise guests in there. And Frank, are you optimistic now as you head to? I'm not know where you're going to be going this morning.
There is no one more optimistic than a duck hunter on opening day.
I've heard this before, right?
That's exactly right, because it's the truth.
It is the truth, right? I mean, I could have everybody on, and I'll probably have maybe somebody. John Gordon, I know, will talk duck hunting on next week's show from Avery. And he'll give us a detailed report of some of the reports. But like we said earlier, when the gentleman from up in the Dakotas are talking about the snowstorm coming through up there, we'll push it through here. But now you only have 8 days here, right?
That's all right, but I've got my plan. I got 8 days for the first season, but then the next weekend I'll be going down to Arca Butler.
You are going to. We're going to have Ernie on.
I'll be down there, and maybe Ernie and I can be standing together when we do the interview instead of last year when we were in the campsite. But he was on one end and I was on the other.
No, we want y'all together this time.
Yeah, we'll try and do that together.
Yeah, because that's coming up pretty soon too. Down at the Arca Butler Physically Challenge. I think this is the 26th year or something like that. And Frank is a big supporter of that, as we are. But. Is it time, Greg? It's time to get out of here. It's the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming. We're already getting things going for December. And don't forget to pick up a copy of the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News. It's out there. And the new one will be coming out in a couple of weeks. The November issue is out. Getting ready to work on the December and stay ahead. And Frank's a supporter of that. And maybe... I'm hoping that Frank's story makes it this time. He's written a wonderful story about the Master Nationals. I was really impressed. If it's not going to be in there, it's sure going to be on lroutdoors.com. I can tell you that for sure. And go to you've got a cool website. Give them information about that.
To my BartonPowersports.com.
Yes. BartonPowersports.com. It's got all the information, all the pictures, and the drawing of everything of the new equipment that's coming out.
Got all 3 locations on there, and hopefully we'll have the
announcement.
Maybe we'll have the 4th location up and running when we're back here in
December. We hope so.
That would be good.
That would be real good. All right, Frank, thank you. Thank you, Greg Ratliff. This is Larry Ray reminding you I do each and every week. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.
You can find out